So the topic I'm going to be talking about and introducing it to you will be about GMOs, which is genetically modified organisms. I will be mostly partaking on GMO crops and how it is beneficial in our society today and in the future. Hope you enjoy. So today about 1 in 8 people across the world do not have enough food to eat. Addressing this problem is pretty daunting, and it will become even more so as we see a projected increase in population to about 9.5 billion people by 2050. As well as in the United States, 50 million people have suffered from food insecurity from the past year. There's an increasing higher pressure on the world's productivity, considering that on average, people have consumed around half a ton of food per year, and in the US it's significantly higher, which is about a ton of food per year. This goes back to the economist Thomas Malthus, who believed that the human population increased higher than the food will be ever produced, and he also believed that the world would be plagued by famines and wars. But luckily he was wrong, because he did not take into account the technological innovations from the Industrial Revolution. Also, the Green Revolution from other countries increased the world's productivity. But still, people are hungry. But GMOs could be the savior and help it along the way. Okay, so at the end of my TED Talk, you, my audience, will know 3 things. Why GMOs are safe, why GMOs help keep your food affordable, and why it isn't new because we already have it. Okay, so my first visual is going to be so this is my first visual. I have 2 images that I drew of 2 corns. One is a conventional corn and one is a GMO corn. So the conventional corn has no benefits at all. But the GMO corn requires 6% less pesticide. It produces enough calories to feed 88 million people. It has a 7.6% higher crop yield, and also increased the farmer's income from 1996 to 2007 by $44.1 billion. Okay, so now I understand when people tell me that GMOs could be unsafe, or that we're playing God. But when people tell me that there is no credible evidence that GMOs aren't safe, they're completely false. No commercially available crops contains allergens that have been genetically modified from its seed or plant. And that is because the rigorous testing process ensures that will never happen, as well as many influential agencies and organizations such as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the World Health Organization, as well as the U.S. Department of Agriculture, have found that genetically modified a food ingredient are safe, and they also have no negative health effects associated with their use. Okay, so now that I finally eased your concern on GMOs' health, I want to talk about how GMOs help keep food affordable and cheap. Okay, so GMOs help farmers produce affordable food by using less land, less water, and of course, less pesticides. Also, GMOs help farmers reduce their input costs while still resulting in high crop yield. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my second visual. So my second visual is hectares of available land per person, and it starts from the 1900s and it ends in 2050. So this bar graph shows the relationship of dramatic reduction in the available land, and what this means is that GMOs uses less resources, which means it's the safer bet. Okay, so this means people in low-income families are able to afford food. Also, it means the reduction of food insecurity in the U.S. and across the rest of the world. Finally, there's something you should worry about. You may not know this already, but you have probably already consumed GMO products, since 70 to 80% of foods we already eat contains GMOs. Also, GMOs play a vital role in food processing and other industries. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my third and final visual. So my third and final visual shows the percentage of U.S. crops planted that are genetically modified. So this line graph goes from 2000 to 2010, and it shows an increase of corn that are being planted that are genetically modified, and also soybeans. And since 2010, 93% of soybeans across the U.S. and 86% of corn across the U.S. are GMOs. Okay, so I might sound biased towards GMOs, saying that it's good and dandy, but it also has its drawbacks. Since GMOs are genetically modified, they don't occur naturally. The seed and plant from which it comes from could be privately owned and used for profit. At the end of the day, it's all about the money. But I see it as a good and bad thing. GMOs could help crops survive in climates such as deserts. As well, it can make it survive in climates that they aren't used to growing in. GMOs could also make crops produce pesticide, killing anything that tries to eat it. And it could reduce the loss of crop failure per year due to pests. Okay, whether you like GMOs or not, we should be thankful for the development and use of GMOs. It means millions of more people could have food on their table. Well, this is the end of my TED Talk. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit about my topic. And also, I hope you learned about the benefits it could have us in the long run. Thank you. Have a nice day.